And hello. This is Wakasm Plays Dangerous Space, or as my 4-year-old would say, Dangerous Spaces. I'm Wakasm, and I have a little bit of a cold and a cough, so I apologize ahead of time. This is my first play of Dangerous Space. I've read the rules, now I'm going to try to play it, hopefully not make any rules mistakes. Trying to get to 100 subscribers this year, so if I make a rules mistake, please leave a comment, yell at me, correct me, but also if you do, subscribe, I'd appreciate it. Yeah, so this is Dangerous Space. It is, I don't know, not a sequel, but in the same universe, quite literally, as Dungeon Pages, set in space. A lot of overlap with rules, but also a lot of key differences. Looking at it, it looks like it's a little bit more thinky. Maybe not too much more thinky, but there's definitely a lot of little rules and considerations that I feel like exist here that may not exist as much in Dungeon Pages, but we shall see. Well, it depends on how well I do. I'm not going to do a full teach, but I'll try to teach a little bit, just to kind of go over some of the stuff that's different and go over the character, go over the space station or dungeon or space dungeon, whatever you want to call it, and we'll get started, see how it goes. All right, so starters, this is our character, Carly Griefer, call sign Buzzsaw. Personal file says Carly is cutting for the big payday, the one score that sets her up for life if it doesn't kill her first. Well, we shall see if it kills her. If I understand the rules correctly, we get to start with one upgrade. So I'm going to choose this upgrade right here, which will lock me onto this upgrade path. The way the upgrade paths work, you can only go up and down one branch. I think I want the flexibility of moving diagonal. I don't know if that's the right answer. We shall find out. This game has a time element, which I'll cover when we're playing. You can get more permanent skills that can be used as frequently as you can use them, which I like. We have a health bar up here. That's how much health I can get right now until I unlock these other health chunks. So I'm just going to put a blue line under there to just remind myself that that's when I die, right here. And that's it. That's the only decision I have to make with this character so far. So let's go look at the dungeon or the spaceship. See how many times I call it a dungeon. So basically my first decision is I got to decide where I want to start. Do I want to start here, here, or here? I feel like it's not an easy decision. All of these rooms don't seem great. Up here, you get a faster extra dice, but you got to deal with these two threats much earlier. And then you got to come all the way down here to get out. Or you can forego those two threats early and start down here and kind of work your way back this way, up that way. I don't know which one's easier. Part of me thinks this is the intended way to start. Even though there's two enemies, I just feel like that's what they want you to do. But I never like rooms where you have to deal with stuff like in two long lanes like that. I don't know. I never like that, so I might not go here. But this early good die, very early, is I don't know. It's probably a huge upgrade. So I feel like this is probably the smarter room to start with. But I'm gonna play it hard. I'm gonna go to the crew's quarters. Now you're supposed to circle it. I like squaring stuff, and not even squaring it sometimes. Sometimes I like just doing like an angle like that. I just find it's easier to read. So that's how I'm going to be marking things this game. Yeah, so I will just start playing and try to explain things as I go. Like I said, this is not going to be a full teach. Maybe I'll do a full teach on a future roll. What I will go over, though, is just the phases of the game. There's a turn summary. I'm going to roll some dice. I'm going to check if active threats attack me. And then I'm going to mark dice. And everything else in between, I'll explain it as I do it. The other thing I will explain is, whoops, I want that one. This is the mission right down here. Whoops, that's the worst blue line I've ever. There we go. Retrieve the data. To collect the data bit, you must connect the sequential path from the entry door to all data bits and finally to the exit. Data bits must have identical numbers marked on two sides. You win if the above is completed. So even though I feel like the rulebook kind of implies you do not have to have a sequential path, I think this particular mission says you do. So I'm assuming if I mess that up, I lose. But we'll see how it goes and how it plays out. And yeah, so let's roll some dice. So I start with one good dice. I start with one bad dice. This app is the Bag of Holding. It's the official app of Dungeon Pages / Dungeon Dangerous Space when I'm playing. And there's a third one, also the Overworld. I forget what that one's called. I'll tackle that some other time. I backed it. I haven't even looked at it. I think it's just more Dungeon Pages with extra things, but yeah, we'll get into that in a different video. So anyway, we're gonna roll. Let's just see what we got. Did I even start this in 10 minutes? I did. I'm under the 10-minute mark. I'm happy. All right. So first things first, two things are going to happen here. This is the threat die. If that goes off, anything that I've activated will attack me. And I didn't do it yet. But because I marked my starting point in this spot right here, this guy is going to activate because all enemies, all threats in the room that you mark in activate. So if I ever mark in this room, this guy will activate as an instance. Or if I ever mark something in this room, this guy will activate. But for now, the only thing I have to worry about is this guy right here. And if you look at his stats, he's an agitated scout right here. And he does damage to me on 4s or higher. So he does 1 damage, which is good. Could be worse. Could be a 2 damage like the other guy. So we're gonna take a damage right now, right off the bat. First roll of the game, starting off strong. And I'm gonna mark that with red all the way at the top up here. So if you look up here, whoops, I didn't mean to do that. But yeah, if you look up there, that's what's happening. So what's important is I can move diagonal. I can move up to 2 spaces only in a straight line. One thing that's different here than Dungeon Pages is I can't make turns. I think in Dungeon Pages you can kind of turn when you move. I know it's been a while, so I'm not even 100% sure. There's my face again. Hi, I'm back. And when I mark in these little green spaces, like this one or this one, they're hazard spaces, and they're going to trip the hazard for the enemy that they belong to, which is this guy. And again, if we look at the chart down here, let's read about him and see what it says. So it says, for the agitated scout, if I mark this threat's dangerous space with a 3 or less, I have to choose another threat somewhere on the map and have to circle and activate it. So I'm incentivized to use high dice rolls, 4s or higher, and at least I've rolled 4s or higher in this roll, so we're good there. But every time I mark in a green space, I'm gonna have to do like a threat check, and or it's a react check. I'm reacting to their, security alarms, or I'm not sure what I'm reacting to, but scouting me, I have to react to it. I guess that's me diving into a corner or behind something. I don't know. But if it rolls a 5 or higher, I'm going to take 1 point of damage. Just kind of replaces the if you roll doubles mechanic in Dungeon Pages. I think that's kind of what they're going for. So I'm going to, right out of the gates, put a 4 right next to this enemy, and that's going to use my 4. So let's mark off my 4. Boom, 4 is done. Now, what's important here is I got to do this react check, and the app has a little react die down here that I'm going to roll. So 5 or higher, I take a damage. So again, we're starting off real strong here, and I'm going to take another damage. Now, this game, I do have a shield. Let's talk about that. Let's go back to this gear page for a second. If I had a 1 in my dice pool, I could use my reactive flak to just soak that damage to defend. But I have no 1s in my dice pool, so I couldn't do that. And you can kind of upgrade it to be more dice if you want, or you can keep it as a 1 and get rerolls. Those are kind of your options there. In addition, in Dungeon Pages, you don't kill enemies by putting numbers next to them. You have to shoot them, and that's what I'm going to do now. So I have a gun, and it has a range of 1, which basically means I have to have a number right next to the enemy to shoot them. Later on, I can upgrade this gun to have a further range here, here, and here. I might do that. I might not. We shall see. But let's work on just killing this guy right now. Whoops. So that's what I'm going to do. I'm going to use my 6, and I'm going to shoot right through this space. I'm basically shooting from the 4, 1 space over this like line, this dotted line, pew pew, and dealing damage. Trying to highlight it, but I don't know, it's not very easy to visualize. So instead, I'm going to visualize it like this: 1 damage. And if I shoot him from this side, he dies. I cannot shoot him from here, because he does not have circles. So attacking threats in this game is very positional. Their hit points, you have to attack from certain sides, but that's what I did with my 2 dice this turn. So we're going to mark this 6 as being used, and that's it. That's all my dice. I'm only rolling 1 black dice because I started in the crew quarters, and the crew quarters only gives you 1 black dice to start with. If I enter any room that has more than 1 black dice, I'll have to start rolling 2 black dice for the rest of the game, or 3. So if I immediately try to, like, I don't know, cut through this big room, like go up here, I'll activate this, and that would be bad. So we're gonna not go into the command deck if we do not have to. In addition, amongst everything else I have to worry about, I also have to worry about keeping a sequential path from this door all the way to this checkpoint, all the way to this checkpoint, and potentially all the way to this data bit. So we'll see. We'll see how great this goes. Like I said, this might have been a better place to go because I'd get an extra white die to play around with, but we're going to try to make it work. I don't know. We'll see. All right, so that is it. We are going to roll a 3 and a 2. So this 2, I did not take any threat damage, which is good. We like that. So I have a 3 and a 2 to work with. I do not want to put 3s, 2s, or 1s in any of these green boxes right now, because it will force me to activate. It's going to force me to activate another enemy, and I'm going to try really hard not to do that. So in addition, you can't skip over. So even though I have, let's just use this example. Let's say I put the 3 here. I can't skip over this green hazard and put a 2 here. You have to stop in green spaces first before I can do it. Once I put a number here, like let's say I put a 2 here, I can then put whatever I want here. But that's also part of the puzzle. So not only do I have to worry about keeping it sequential, right now I'm kind of incentivized to only use high values so I don't activate other enemies, which is going to then eat at my time, which we didn't really talk about. So I kind of want to get 4s or better all the way down. So I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to try and do just that by doing a 3 here and a 2 here. And then we're going to see if either I can come in here and kill the enemy, or get a 3, 4 and keep this high value train going that way. It's going to depend on what I roll. I used both the 3 and the 2. Let's roll again. Okay, a 2 and a 1. So now having a 1 is not too bad because I could use it to soak up damage. But if I put that 2 in one of these spaces here, like if I put the 2 here, again, I'm going to activate this Agitated Scout's special ability, which we don't want to do. So I'm going to have to kind of gamble here and just kind of waste these dice. At the very least, I can put the 2 here, and that's going to get me this, which will let me increase or decrease the dice at will. So that's good. But now I have this 1 that's not really good for me right now. So I'm going to really gamble, and I'm going to put it here. I don't like that I'm doing it. I probably should have put it up here. Maybe like right here would have been a good spot for it. but I'm going to try to do 2 and then 3 back to this checkpoint, or maybe I still have a sequential way of connecting everything that way too. What we really need is 2 high numbers going this way to deactivate this threat, and then I don't have to worry about it. But I cannot control these dice. I only have one way to manipulate it right now, and that's what I got. Also, this little syringe right here, this lets me increase or decrease my die by 1. So now I have at least 1 use of dice manipulation, and we're gonna try to make it work. So I got a 4 and a 3. 4s are good right now for me. Wait, I did not put a 2 here. This was my example, right? Wait, what did I do? I feel like I totally made a mistake here. I rolled a 4 and a 6, a 3 and a 2, and then a 2 and a 1. I don't think any of these numbers are real. I think I just was talking out loud and forgot to erase them. So again, here we go. If I made a mistake and any of those were real, then let me know, but I'm pretty sure I would not have put those numbers there. I think I was just saying it for example purposes. Either way, here's a 4. 4s are good for me right now because I can activate this threat without triggering this agitated scout ability right here. And of course, all this talk, I was not even zoomed over there, so you guys didn't even see it. Good, perfect. Anyway, I don't want to do this agitated threat, so I put a 4 down in that agitated line. Dangerous space is what it's called. The green spaces are called dangerous spaces, which is the entire name of this game. Dangerous space. Get it? See? So I put a 4 there, which means that I have to roll this react die. I rolled a 3, so I take no damage from that reaction, which is good because I need a 5 or better. Again, just to show you where it says that right here. This is their react. 5s are better. I take 1 damage automatically. And that means I have a 3 to use wherever, and I think I'm going to use the 3 to extend this way. This way I have multiple options to keep this continuous chain going. And now I can hope to go this way and kill him before he kills me. All right, let's roll again. We have a 4 and a 2. That's good. This 2 will not trigger any damage towards me. And this 4, again, I can use in this hazardous space. So let's do it. We are going to put a 4 right up here. And since it's in this enemy's hazardous space, I'm going to do a react check. And it's a 4. 4 is less than 5, so I take no damage. It's good. It's working out. So there's the 4. I've used the 4. And now I have to use this 2 somewhere. And I think I'm going to put this 2... Actually, I cannot do that. Sorry. That's... This diagonal is blocked off to me right now, so I cannot do that. I could put the 2 here, but that would mean I'd have to put a 3 here, and we don't want to do that because that's going to trigger his effect. So we're going to dump this 2 up here and hope that things don't get so bad that I have to use my syringe, or that I get stuck putting low numbers where I don't want them. So anyway, that's the 2. Let's roll again. A 4 and a 4. This is pretty good. I will take 1 damage because their threat reaction, what is this called? You'd think I would know what this is called by now. Their threat meter trigger value, that's what the rulebook calls it. Their trigger value is 4, so I am taking a damage, which is fine. It's not fine, but we're going to say it's fine because I don't want you to panic. I need to be a leader here. And yeah, so I take 1 damage from that, but I have 2 4s to work with now. So one of these 4s, I am going to pew with my gun, and the agitated scout again has a defense value of 4. So I just need a 4 or higher to do damage to it. And since I already have a number that's 1 space away, I'm going to shoot from the left or to the right of the 4, shoot in this direction, and that does a 2nd damage towards this agitated scout. which means that he is now gone. And that means all of these spaces are now like I can freely put numbers on it and they're deactivated. I can even hop over them if I want. So I now gave myself a lot of room to work with when it comes to dealing with this whole situation. Now I have a dilemma. Do I play it safe and try to get this key card early and try to connect this down here? Or do I rush and just try to get in here and go after this guy as soon as possible? I don't know which is better. I guess I'll play it safe because maybe I can get an upgrade before I do it, but I feel like I have all these free spaces over here now to like work with where I don't have to, you know, if I have to dump dice, I can do it. All right, I think that's what I'm going to do. I'm going to regret this probably. Actually, no, I'm not going to do that yet. I'll explain why in a second. I'm going to put this 4 right here. That's what I'm going to do. I'll explain why. The reason why is now I can go here and then up here. And if I do that, I only activate him and then I don't have to worry about, you know, I don't have to go up this chain and take damage the entire time. I just have to worry about the damage in here. So we'll see if that works for me. Let's roll. We'll find out. All right, so threat is a 1, so I don't have to worry about taking damage, and I have a 5. 5s are good. Be better if I was closer, but it's still pretty good in this scenario. And I'll explain why. Well, actually, we kind of want a 4 in here. All right, I'm gonna do something silly. I'm openly saying this is silly, but I think it's the right thing to do. I'm gonna lower this value to a 4. Do I want to do that? That's the question. Or do I want to dump these numbers somewhere? Yeah, I'm gonna lower this to a 4. I'm gonna feel bad about it later. I have to consider my time in this, and you don't want to have high values in your connected number chain. And since I have to go through this space, I'm gonna put a 4 there. I probably just wasted this. I'll probably need it later on something important. Of course, I'm not showing you what I did. So I put the 4 here. Reason being is I put a 5. I'd have to. We didn't talk about time yet. I don't know if a 5 time is really that bad, but I'm trying never to get 5 or 6s in my sequential numbers. We'll explain why whenever I actually connect any of it. But I put a 4 there. Let's just start with that. I got to take a threat react check. So let's do that. It's a 1, so I take no damage. That's good. And then now I have a 1 to use anywhere that I want. And I think I'm going to put a 1 all the way up here, like this. Boop. Right next to this thing. So we're just going diagonal up 2, like that. This gives me some room to shoot numbers this way. I can connect low numbers up here to this if I need to. Yeah, that's what we're doing. Let's roll. 6 and a 4. So first things first, I am going to take some damage. Can't stop that. Actually, I'm not taking any damage. Oh no, I am taking damage because I activated that guy. I forgot to mark that he's activated. So let's do that. When I put this 4 down right here, means I activated this enemy, which means that 4 is going to activate his threat, which means I'm going to take 1 damage, which is why I took 1 damage. If you look all the way at the top, it's very small, but it's there. It's up here. There we go. That's how much health I have. But now I have a 6 and a 4 to work with. So how can I make this work in my favor? Unfortunately, I don't think I can. I think yeah, I mean, there's not much I could have done about it, but yeah. So what I can do is I can put this 4 here, and I'm going to put this 6 here, which means I'm going to activate another react. 5s are better. I do damage, no damage to me, so that's good. And that's my 6 and my 4. Now I'm in position to at least shoot him once if I get a high value. Yep, let's roll again. So I have a low damage, bad dice, which is good because I take no damage, but we have a high good dice, which is good, which means I can shoot. But instead of shooting, I think I'm just going to put this 6 right here and just get in position to shoot because I have a 1 right now, which means if I do take damage on this react dice, I can actually block it with my reactive flak gear. Let's see if that actually happens or not. It probably won't, but hey, I'd rather have the option. Oh, look at that, 6. So now I take 1 damage from the reaction, but since I have a 1, I can, let's look at this. I have this reactive flak, and I believe I can use this on any source of damage. As long as I have a 1, I can defend 1 damage. So unless I've misread the rules or there's something I'm not understanding, I believe I can just expire this 1 and not take the 1 damage. So I have 1 extra health than I would have. So I believe that's how that works. I don't remember reading that reactive damage is like unblockable. So I'm assuming I'm doing that correctly. So there we go. Got ourselves in a good position to maybe take out the second threat and not have to worry about taking damage for a while. All right. Similar roll as before. 6 and 1. So this 1 I take no damage. So we're definitely going to use this 6 to just shoot upwards. And do 1 of the 2 damage to this enemy. And now we just got to figure out where we're going to put this 1. And I think I have to see what these are. So this is poisonous gas. It's another hazard. I have to stop it here. I can't skip it. But to my understanding, if I put an odd number in here, I take no damage. If I put an even number, I take damage. So I think I'm just going to put a 1 here and see how that feels. So I don't really have another good use for the 1. All right, so that is it. I've used both the 6 and the 1. Let us roll again. Got a 6 and a 3. This 3 is not a 4, so I'm not taking any damage again. And I have another 6, which means that I can shoot down this other threat, which is going to open up a lot of options in this room. So this threat is now gone. Don't have to worry about him anymore. And I have no more active threats right now. And that means all these hazard spaces like here and here and here, I can now freely put dice in them and not have to worry too much. However, I still don't have this key, so I got to work on that. And we're going to do that right now. No, we're not. We're not going to do that yet. Actually, no, I am going to work on this key. Let's see here. How do I want to do this? Let's put a 3. Wait, I can put a 4 or a 3 here and connect it. I don't know. 4s and 3s I feel like are really important to my gameplay right now, not to waste. You know what? We're not going to do. We're going to keep this path going. I need a 2, a 3. I'm going to put a 3 right here. That's what I'm going to do. So I've used the 6 to shoot. I used the 3 to put that down right there, and we're going to roll. All right, double 1s. That's interesting. That right there can get me that can get me the key cards. That's what we're going to do. We're just going to use these 1s to grab this key card. We're going to do 1 and 1. I put 2 of the same number next to do squares. I remember to do squares around this stuff. It just looks nicer. 2 of the same number around an item still gets it. So I have a 1 and a 1. So we are all solid there. Let's just roll again. All right, a 6 and a 5. Starting to get rolls I don't like now. So we're gonna do something a little bit weird, I think. Yeah, I've kind of messed everything up a little bit here. Gotta find a place to dump these numbers. I think we're just gonna put a 6 here. And the 5 we're gonna put right here. I don't like that I had to dump those numbers, but you gotta do what you gotta do. All right, a 1 and a 3. So I have no threats. I don't have to worry about the bad dice right now. All right, so a 3 is important to what I'm doing. I think it might be time to just try to get an upgrade. So how do we do to do that? We are going to do that by trying to connect all of this sequentially. So we're going to put the 3 here, and we're just going to dump the 1 up here. So I don't think I need it. You know what? Let's put the 1 here, maybe. 1, 2, 3. Yeah, we'll put the 1. Put the 1 there in case I need room. So 3 and 1. Let's roll again. 5 and a 4. Okay, so we're gonna start with this 4, with the 4 right here. And again, I have no threats active, so I don't have to worry about taking any damage right now. I'm in a good place. But what this did do is I've completed my first checkpoint. So from the entry point, I have a 3, 4, 3, 4, 3, 4, 4 to here. I believe that's how that works. So what that's going to let me do, that's going to let me get an upgrade. So let's come over here. So with this upgrade, I could take anything. I could upgrade my gear. I could get one of these skills that I can use. And I think I'm going to do an upgrade to my gun first, so I can start re-rolling some of these good dice. And I think I'm going to take this upgrade right here, which is going to block me off, which means that now I can re-roll good dice, which should help a little bit. So that's all I needed to do for that. In addition, I have to look at the sequential path that I took, and whatever the highest value, so in this one it's 4, that's how much time I have to check off from this time meter. So 1, 2, 3, 4. If I ever run out of time, I lose. That's why I'm trying not to get 5s and 6s along these paths. I might have to do it at some point, but I'm trying not to. I haven't done any math or calculations to see how important it is to like not have 5s and 6s, but I feel like I'm taking a really long path, so it might be worthwhile to care. So anyway, that's what I did with the 4, and now I have a 5. And since I don't love the fact that I have a 5, I'm going to re-roll this 5. I want it to be lower. I want 4. I want lower numbers now. Right now I really need a 2 or a 3. Of course I get a 5 again, so I'm going to have to use this 5 somewhere. And I think I'm going to put the 5 right here. Nope, not right there. Yeah, right here. Because then I don't have to worry about that. I don't take any damage. So we use the 5 up, and let's go again. All right, 3s and 4s. Again, I take no damage because I have no threats activated. The 4 right now is really good. We are going to jump. I can jump over this hazard space now because there is no hazard left. And I'm going to put a 4 right here. This gives us a lot of room to work with. And I don't really have to worry about any threats until I enter this room or this room up here. But one of the data bits I need is here, and one of the ones I need is up here. So I have to decide if I want to erase this arrow. There we go. 4. I have to decide if I want to try to come up this way and that way, or do I want to just swing through here and then leave? I'm not 100% sure how it works. Like, collect the data, you must connect the sequential path from the entry door to all the beds and finally to the exit. I'm assuming I can't just exit out this way after forming this. I don't know, it's not clear. To collect the data bit, you must connect the sequential path from the entry door to all data bits. Okay. So if I was to do it to here, that would be a sequence. Then if I was to do it to here, that would be a sequence. And finally to the exits. Data bits must have identical numbers marked on 2 sides. So I also have to pick it up. That's what it's saying. So I'm assuming, based on the wording, if I was to connect everything here, I could just zip out this way. And I could ignore this guy. I can ignore these guys. But I'm not really sure. This is one of those rule things that I feel like could be clearer. It just says I must connect the sequential path. That's it. entry door to all the data bits, and then finally to the exit. It doesn't say it has to be like a loop or anything, but I don't know. I still might go this way just because it looks cooler. We'll see. I haven't made any decisions yet on what I'm going to do. Anyway, I used my 4. Where do I want to use this 3 now? I'm going to use this 3 right here. And now I need to get a 2 in one of these spots. If I do that, I will have connected another checkpoint, and I'll get that done, and I'll get an extra good dice and another upgrade. So that's what we're hoping for right now. So let's re-roll. We got the 2, so let's do that first. We'll put the 2 right here, and we'll mark the 2 since I'm using it. And what does that do? Let's use a different color. Well, now I have a checkpoint connection 4, 4, 3, 3, 2, 1, 1 right here. And I believe that works. I don't think I have to go through the check mark to do that. No, let's double check again. Yeah, I mean, based on the rules, I think that's how it works, which means I'm going to get another upgrade. So let's talk about upgrades. So first, I'm actually going to get an extra good dice right now. So let's add that to my pool. So now I have another dice that I have to roll. Let's re-roll because I don't know if adding it actually rolls it. Oh, now I have another 2 to use. But I have another upgrade. And I think I'm going to take this. Let's see, what do I have to actually attack? Range is not really super helpful right now. I think I'm going to take this upgrade, which gives me 2 rerolls. I can't get this one and this one. In addition, I have to add 4 time, because again, the highest dice in that sequential chain was a 4. I just have to make sure I don't run out of time. That's important. And what else? I have a 2 and a 5 to use now. I don't like the 5s. The 5s are a problem. So I think I'm going to dump this 5 all the way down here. Question is, do I want to use the 2? I still need to get a 3 here so I can get that grenade. Grenade basically lets me attack from really far away and deal 2 damage to something, which is probably going to be useful. Yeah, so I think I'm going to put the 2 right here, and we'll see what else I roll on the next roll. Alright, still I have no threats activated, so I do not have to worry about this 5. I have a 3 and a 5. I'm going to re-roll. I have 2 re-rolls now. So let's use this 3 first to our advantage. Where can I use this 3? I can get this grenade, or I can connect stuff. I think connecting stuff is probably more important than getting a grenade. So let's hold on to that 3. Let's re-roll this 5. Let's see what I get. My first re-roll, 4, 3, 2, 1. If I want this syringe, I need to get a 1 here, which is not going to be possible. So we're going to do a 4 here and a 3 here. So now we have this all connected sequentially from this checkpoint. So I don't think you have to like keep track of the order of the checkpoints too. That's one thing that I find kind of confusing. You just have to have a line connecting, right, all the way back. And for the data bit, it just has to be from the entry door. Like, so even if I mess these up, like as long as I had a sequential line all the way here to the entry door, it should still work. Yeah, I don't know. I feel like there should be a checklist of logic things that you need to check off, but I understand why they didn't do it that way for space purposes. Either way, I think for rules purposes, this is correct. I used the 4 and the 3. I have a 5 that I have to kind of waste somewhere. And I think I'm going to waste that 5 way back up here, right here. And I'm done with that. All right, let's roll again. 3, a 5, and a 1. We like this 1. We're going to drop this 1 right here and get the syringe. We like this 3. You know what? Let's just get this grenade out of the way. And that means I can put this 5 here. I don't have to worry about it. You know what? Let's not put that 5 there. Let's re-roll it twice. Maybe I'll get something better. So I have 2 re-rolls. I got a 2. We like the 2. Yeah, we like the 2. We'll put a 2 right here. Perfect. Let's go again. All right, now we need a 3. We have to get a 3 here. So let's re-roll this 5. A 1. I don't know what to do with that 1. So let's re-roll that as well. 3. Okay, perfect. So we're going to use this 3 right here. I probably should mark that I have this. I probably should mark that I have this so that we don't forget. All right. So we did the 4. And now we have a sequential line to the computer bit. What is it called? Data bit. 4s, 3s, 2s straight to here. But we need another 2 to be able to even mark it. So we have a 2 and we can put it right on top right here. And now we can circle that we have it, or square that we have it, and we have a sequential path that way. So we're good there. So now we have to decide, do we want to go this way, get this health, get this upgrade, get all the goodies in here? Or do we want to just try to burn our way to this data bit and then decide if the rules let us leave this way or if we have to burn our way out this way sequentially? Part of me still wants to go in here and at least get this health upgrade and maybe this upgrade. So let's do that. So with this 4, I am going to do nothing useful. I'm going to dump it somewhere. Dump it right here. And I'm going to roll again. All right, I have a 4, 4, and a 6. We need a 3. So I'm not really happy with what's happening here, but since I have more dice to work with right now, this is not bad. All right, so I have no threats activated yet, but with this 2, I'm going to put a 4 here. That's one of the 4s done. Now this is activated. Doesn't do damage to me yet because we're past that part of the phase. But now I can put this 4 right here, which means I have to do a react check. We haven't had to do one of these in a while. Let's do that. It's low. I needed a 5 to take damage, so I don't take any damage. And that's the other 4. And then that means I can immediately either attack or I could put this value down. And I feel like I'm going to put the 6 down right here. For some reason, I like using the values first, even though it probably would be smarter to try to wait for a 1 and then do that. But we're going to do it. So we're going to put the 6 here, and we're going to have to roll another react check. We'll probably take damage. I do not. We've avoided all the react damage, and now we are ready to pew this one enemy out of this room. Although, I do now roll 2 of these dice, and I don't think... Let's see. I don't think it activates this turn. I think I can use the dice, but I don't think it triggers threats. Either way, it rolled a 1. But when I add it, when I go into the room and add it, I don't think it triggers. But we can double check that. Yeah, I don't even think I roll it this turn. I think now just every turn forward, I now roll 2 black dice. So, yeah, I don't even get this dice right now. If my interpretation of the rules are correct, I believe that's how it works. All right, so that is it for this turn. We're going to roll now. A lot more dice going on. All right, so we rolled a 5, which means I'm going to take 1 damage. And since I have no 1s, I'm just going to end up taking the 1 damage, and that's fine, I think. I don't like taking damage, but we are going to kill this enemy this turn. So, you know, he got 1 on me. It's fine. I still have some health. So we are going to use this 6 and this 5 to pew him out of existence. We're going to shoot from this direction and from this direction. And now all of his hazards are done. And for the rest of this room, I have no more enemies to deal with. So now I have to figure out how I want to try to connect all this. And I'm going to do that with 3s and 2s. So we're going to do a 3 on this. And I think we'll just put a 2 here. We'll put a 2 here, right there. There's the 3, there's the 2. Now we roll. I rolled a 5, but I don't have to worry about any damage, so we're good there. And we got a lot of 2s. 2s right now are good, so we're gonna do like this. 2, 2, and then we have a 3. We're gonna put a 3 here, and then we have a 5. Let's put this 5 near this grenade, so I have a place to dump 5s. Let's roll again. So we have another 2. We're going to use this 2 right now to get this health, which again, I said I want to do squares because it looks nicer. And we're going to mark it off because now up here, we now get 4 more health to use. All right. So that's that. Now I have a 6, a 5, and a 4. We're going to use this 5 right here to get this grenade. Now I feel like it's when things speed up. Now I understand what's happening. We have a 4 and a 6. We're going to use this 4 right here to keep this sequential line going to try to get to this checkpoint. And we're going to put this 6 right up here. I'm allowed to go diagonal here now because this guy's dead. So this is now an empty space. If he was alive, I wouldn't be able to go through these 2 diagonal corners. But because he is gone, I can do this. And there we go. You know what? I don't know. Maybe I'm going to circle things after all. Sometimes circles look better. Sometimes squares look better. All right. That is another item that confuses me. So it's going to show up right here in this like icon reference. But what that does is it's like an agility shot, I think it's called. And it lets me ignore one space when calculating a sequential thing between 2 check marks or 2 checkpoints, which means if I mess up, I can still count it as sequential, but I don't know if that works with the mission, so I'm probably not going to use it either way. Yeah, it's called Agility Booster. It's right there. That's one of the things I want to go ask on the Discord to see how that works, because that one's kind of confusing to me. I understand the point of it, but then when you have a mission that basically says you have to do it, I don't know. But I guess it's good. It's good to be there as an option. I believe I used the 4 and the 6 this turn, and yeah, that's it. We're gonna roll again. So 5, I take no threat because I have no threats active. So 2 4s that I can reroll if I want. I have a 1. I thought I had a use for 1s somewhere here, but I don't see them. So I think I'm gonna put a 1 here in this space. I only take damage if it's even. But this is gonna let me start a sequential path up this way if I need it. So that's the 1. And these 4s I'm gonna use right now just to connect this path. And again, just to check. Going from, I don't know. Oh wait. It's not connected yet, huh? 4 3 3 3 3 3 2 2 3 4 4 4 4 3 3. No, it is. It's just connected really long. From here, 1 2 3 4 3 2 3 4 4 4 4 4 3 3 3 4 to there. Okay. Maybe I should just make all these different colors. I don't know the best way to do this, but hopefully that makes sense. So that is between 2 checkpoints, which means I get another upgrade. And I think this upgrade I'm going to take a reroll for. Do I want one of these skills now? Do I want to react? Do I want to be combat expert? No, right? No, I think I'm going to reroll black dice. I think that's what we're going to do. Which I'm going to lock myself out of these. So now I can reroll one of these bad dice. Rerolls are good. So I can't do this. I can't do this, this, or this. But I can do this, and this one. All right. Yeah, I don't even know if I've broken any rules. I don't think I have, but we're almost an hour in. We're almost done. All right, so now I can re-roll this black dice if I want to, but I think this one I can only re-roll during the threat phase. So these I can re-roll whenever I want. I just think I used both 4s, right? That's what I did to even connect this. And then I have to check off my time. I feel like time is the other thing I'm going to forget to do all the time. 1, 2, 3, 4, because that's the highest number that's there. All right. Now I have a 5 to use, and we don't like to use 5s on anything important, so we're going to dump a 5 near this key card. And we are going to roll again. We have a 1, a 6, 5, 2. I have no threats to worry about right now. So we're going to use this 5 first, right here. And now we have this key card that we can use. We already used 1 key card to open up this door right there. Now we can open up this door if we need it. I think we're going to try to get this health, this other upgrade, and then kill these 2 enemies up here. This room might be more dangerous. I probably don't need to go after it, but, you know, why not? So 6, a 1. We're going to re-roll the 6 first. Do a 5. We're going to re-roll that 5. That's our second re-roll. Do a 4. So 4 is not bad. We'll do a 4 here. And then we are going to do a 2 and a 1. We're going to get ready to zoom into this room on our next turn. Yeah, that's what we're going to do. Let's roll. All right, 1, 1, 5, 4. So there's no threats activated still, so I do not take any damage from that 5. But the second I go in that room, all those threats are going to activate. They're not going to damage me this turn, but they will start damaging me after this turn. So what can I do to avoid some of that? Well, I think the easiest thing to do is to enter this room with a 1. And then we are going to use this 4 to zoom up here. And we're going to take a reaction check. React check. So let's do that. Oops. And I am taking a damage, but I have a 1. So I'm going to use that 1 to soak up the damage. And then we're going to use this 5. I think in this case, we're going to pew pew. I think that's what we're going to do in this one because I don't have any extra 1s, and we can see that the 1s can be useful, and I can reroll a lot to get 1s now. So now we might be on the pew pew side. So we're going to pew pew from this 4 with the 5, has a defense of 4, so it takes 1 damage. So now all these enemies in here are activated. This guy's activated. This guy's activated. So now if I roll a 5 or a 6 or a 4, I will take some damage. So let's see how I roll. Well, I definitely am taking damage no matter what I roll, even if I re-roll the 6 or the 5. But I'm going to keep the 6 and 5. I'm just going to keep this roll. I'm going to take the 2 damage. I'm taking 2 damage because I have 2 enemies active. Boom. Boom. But we are gonna use the 5 and the 6 right now to just kill this other guy. We'll do a 5 right here, and then we'll shoot up with the 6, and that's it for this one enemy. I still have 1 enemy left in this room. How I get to him is a whole different conversation. But now I do not have to worry about what he does, so that's good. And I think what I'm going to do is do a 2 and a 2 like this. And that's going to get me another health. If you look at my health bar up here, I now have another 4 health. And that's it for the round. So 4, 5, or 6. So I'm going to re-roll this 1 bad die because I get 1 re-roll. Maybe I can make it lower. I still roll the 5. So I'm going to take the 1 damage. Don't have a choice. So I'm almost through my first bar of health up there, but luckily I have the 2 energy health boosters to get me through that. So what do I want to do now? I want to get to this guy up here, and what's the best way to do that? Well, I'm gonna have to go this way and this way no matter what. And I have to keep a sequential chain if I want to make this easier. So I think we're going to do a 2, a 4, 1, 2. I'm going to take a lot of damage. I don't have it. I don't have it. Actually, you know what? No, we have options here. What about a 2 here? That's what we're going to do. I'm going to put a 1 here. I'm going to use this 5 to go here, and this 4 to go here. Actually, you know what? I'm not going to use that 4. I'm going to re-roll that 4 twice. That's what I'm going to do. Let's see if I can get a 3. I need a 3 right now. Nope. Can I get a 3? I got a 6. That's even worse than where I was. But that's fine. I'll put the 6 down here. Doesn't really change what I'm doing up there. Okay. So we're going to re-roll again. Double 6s down there. So I'm going to re-roll one just to see if I can get a better number. But I am taking 1 damage no matter what. So this one enemy now is just going to slowly whittle me down to death, I think. Now I'm going to re-roll this 6, I think. Yeah. We want a 3. We need a 3. So I'm going to re-roll this 4 and see if I can get a 3. I did not. I got a 1, so it's not too bad. So what I'm going to do first is I have one of these items that lets me increase or decrease a die down over here. I'm going to cross it out with a blue. I'm going to increase this 2 to a 3. And I'm going to put it here. And that's going to let me have another checkpointed connection 3, 2, 4, 3, 2, 1, 1, 1, 2, 2 right into here. Okay. That gives me another good die and another upgrade. And I think with the upgrade, we are going to just upgrade our defense again. I think that's the most useful. Actually, I think this time we're going to actually get this stealthy. Whoops. And the reason why we're going to do that is because I'm probably going to have to take a bunch of react checks right now. And it would be helpful to be able to reroll it once. So each time a threat would react, you may reroll the reaction die once. This way, if I can avoid taking any damage, I will. So this is the new die. I just used this 3. That's the only thing I've used so far. Now I'm going to roll this because I don't know if it gives me... It rolled. It gave me a 4. Not quite what I wanted. That's okay. So I'm going to use this 4 right here to go here. I'm going to have to take a react dice. Whoops. I put the 4 here. And I rolled a 4. That's what you missed when I didn't change screens. So I have to take a react check. So a 4 does not do any damage to me, so that's fine. I'm going to use the 6 here. Another react check. Don't take any damage, that's fine. And then now I'm in an awkward position. It's okay though. I'm going to put a 4 here. And I have to do another react check. And since I'm sneaky or stealthy, I can re-roll this. And I'm still taking a damage, but I have a 1 reserved just in case. So I'm going to soak up that damage and take no damage. And now we're going to roll again. Re-roll all the dice. I have 1 bad die re-roll, so I'm going to re-roll this bad die first. I take no damage because I rolled below a 4 on both bad dice. And then I have these 4s and 6s. And I think I'm just going to do it like this. I'm going to do 4. I'm going to have to roll a react check. And I can re-roll it because I'm stealthy. I take no damage. I'm going to put down a 6. Whoops. 6. I have to roll again a react check. I take no damage. And now I'm going to shoot this guy from one direction with the other 6. And now I have these 2 2s to use. And I don't really know where I want to use them. So I think I'm going to use them down here. This area. As I said that I wanted to keep some opportunities for sequential paths open. You know what? We'll do it here. 2, 2. Now these rooms right here are not part of any room. So they do not trigger this guy. So I'm safe. But that's all I'm doing with the 2s right now is I'm just going to put them there. Actually, no, you know what? I'm going to do this. I'm going to do a 2 and a 2, and I'm going to circle this. So now I have another way to manipulate my dice. All right. So now I have a 3 and a 4. And so first I'm going to use this. I'm going to re-roll the 6. See if I can not take damage. All right. I still take damage as I roll the 4. But since I have a 1, I'm going to soak up that damage. So we're all damage is taken care of right there. And then I have a 3 and a 4, and I'm going to put them right here. And that's going to keep this sequential line going through this checkpoint. And then I have another 4. Actually, no, what am I doing? Undo that. What am I doing? 3. I'll do the 3. Let's undo this 4. I have to use this 5 first to shoot this guy. And then I can do the 4 because now there's no threat activated and I don't have to do the react rolls every 2 seconds. Then I'm going to do another 4 right here. And that keeps this whole line sequential, which is going to help for this chip that I have to get. I could always pivot if things go wrong with this other chip, and then I can always leave any of these other ways. So let's roll. There's no threats activated right now, so I don't have to worry about those 5s this time. And did I give myself time? Let's see. 4, 8, 12, 16, 4, 5, 10, 11. Nope. I don't think I gave myself time again for this checkpoint, which is another 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. So I think I'm good on time as long as I don't use any 6s. And I don't think the Databits count as like a time check. All right, so 5, 5, 3, 3, 1. I think I'm going to use the 3s. Just get in there. 3, 3. Let's re-roll this 1 first. I re-rolled it as a 5. Okay. So I also have these grenades that I can use. So I can do something interesting and I can kind of just go in and attack this vicious psychic twice with 2 grenades. The way the grenades work, they are range 5, attack 5, and you get to mark 2 health. So with both grenades, I could essentially kill this last enemy, and then I don't have to worry about enemies anymore. So I think I'm going to definitely do that, just because I can. Question is where am I going to do that, or how am I going to do that? The obvious answer is just to kind of go up here and get it done, right? So let's do a 3. When this threat damages you, reduce all of your dice by 1. If this would cause a die to be less than 1, take 1 damage for each. Okay, so 3, 3. Put a 5 here. So he's now activated. It's because I'm in this room. I'm going to do it this way, like this. He's activated. But I have 2 grenades. I have this grenade down here and this grenade over here. I've gotten both of them. And let's just double check to see how it's worded. But where's grenade? Where's grenade? Used to gain 1 attack of range 5, attack 5 when used. Mark off any second hit point on that threat. So, oh, okay. So I still have to do it from like 2 sides. That's okay, because I have the ability to do that anyway. So 3, 3, 5. When I enter, I have to sacrifice a 4+ die to attack. That's going to be the thing that hurts me a little bit. I didn't notice that. And there's a reaction of 4. I got to do that too. So let's do the reaction first. It's a 6, but I'm sneaky. It's a 5. So I'm taking 1 damage from this. Watch me lose. Yeah, I got a 6 and a 5. I said it out loud, but that wasn't showing my screen. So I'm taking 1 damage just from going in there. And then, you know what? Let's just get both the dice in there like I normally do. So now I'm ready to shoot him twice. I got to take another react check. A 1, so I take no damage that time. So I can throw my 2 grenades on him next turn. But in order to do it, I have to sacrifice a 4 die to even attack, a 4+. And then anytime he would damage me, I'd have to reduce all die by 1. So he damaged me once. So I only have a 4 left to use. And I think I'll just put this 4 here to keep the sequence going. And that's going to be it for the turn. Now there should be 3 bad dice he's going to roll. He activates on 3s or higher. I can re-roll these dice if I want to, but I kind of want these higher dice, so I'm going to keep them. So I am going to take... Oh yeah, but when I take damage... That's still okay. I'm going to take a lot of damage right now. Actually, okay, let me re-roll this one first. Let's re-roll this one. Let me re-roll this one. He's did damage me for 2, so let's do that. And it says, when this threat damages you, reduce all of your dice by 1. So let's do that. Now I don't think I have to do it twice. I think I'm just getting damaged. So I'm going to do 4, 1, 5, 5, 4, 5. I believe that's how that works. If this would cause a die to be less than 1, take 1 damage for each. It doesn't cause anything to be less than 1 because I re-rolled all my 1s. Now I have a bunch of high dice. I have a 5. I have to sacrifice 2 5s to be able to attack with my 2 grenades because, again, there's this rule down here. Elusive. Where is it? This right here. Sacrifice a 4+ die to attack. So that's my 2 5s that I'm sacrificing. And I'm using 2 grenades to do that. So where are my grenades at? I have 1 grenade down here. I have 1 grenade right here. So I'm going to shoot up from this space. And I get to damage any other extra side. And then I'm going to shoot over from this space. And he's dead. We just grenaded him from all directions. Boom, boom. All right. So that's that. So there's no more threats I have to worry about. Really, all I have to worry about now is time and getting out. And, you know, I don't think I'm going to have any issues with that. Now, the only weird thing about this game is there is no scoring. Let's re-roll this 1. I still have 1 re-roll left. I was hoping for a 4, but I guess a 5 will work. So 5, 5. So now I do have a sequence here as well. 5s and all 4s back to here, 3 up like that. So now I have 2 sequences for both Databits. So again, I don't know if it's expected that now I would have to like go this way out, or if I can just connect it this way out. Obviously it would look cooler. Oh, I cheated. I couldn't have gone diagonal there. You know what? It's fine. I had enough. We'll do another 4 here. There you go. This is my first cheat. We'll just say I failed the react check for that too and give myself another damage. I mean, it's fine. I couldn't have gone diagonal there though. I also could not have gone diagonal here. So let's give myself another damage. Let's give myself 2 more damage. I don't know how to really fix that, but I would have needed another 4 or 5 dice here. I think I had the dice, like I had all these 4s and 5s to do that. Here, you know what? Let's do that. Let's back it up, 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 back it up. I had a 4 and 2 5s, and I would have had to do it the turn before, but with this dice roll, all it would have meant is, would have been 5, 5. I would have had to do a react check, and then I would have had to do this turn, 4, 5, and then sacrifice the 2 dice to do it. So I would have been able to do it. I don't think much would have changed. But that is my first rules blunder that I noticed, so I apologize for that. Because you cannot go diagonal like this way through hazards. You have to stop at the hazards. I don't know if I messed that up anywhere else. Because you can go into them diagonally, but since this is a blocked off space, you can't. I don't think I could skip this one diagonally. Not sure if I messed that up anywhere else though. I don't think I messed it up looking at the map, but yeah. Hopefully I didn't mess that up anywhere. Anyway, all I have to do now is get out. And I have to get this again. So let me re-roll this once. Trying to get 4s. There we go. We'll do 4, 3. Let me re-roll this 6. Do a 5. Let me re-roll that 5. To a 6. So none of these numbers are super helpful. So we're just going to do 1, 1, 6, 6, just like that. And we're going to roll again. we want another 3. There's my 3. I'm going to put it here. And I'm going to use the 2 6s to get the syringe. I don't even know what that syringe does. Let's check that out. Should be on this little key somewhere. The aggression booster I can use to increase the die by 2 if I need it. That's useful. Not useful anymore. Would have been useful. Yeah, and I just have to do is all I have to do is escape. So I'm gonna do it this way. This is the fastest route. So 2 2, and I'm just gonna use another 6 down here somewhere. And we're gonna do 3 2 1 3 2 1 and then 6 6 5. Let's do it like this. 6 6 5. I could re-roll these dice, but there's so much extra space to just put stuff down. And there we go. 1. Boom. So assuming that I've gotten the rules right, I have a sequential path from here to this bit, and then I have a sequential path all the way. Let's do one big black line like this. Actually, that's not going to look good. We have one all the way that goes back all the way down this way, down through here, up through here, up through here. Boom, just like that. And we will color this orange just to happy. And that would have cost me 3 more time, I assume. 1 2 3, and I go out again. It's very unclear if I have to like connect the exit from that last data bit. I obviously could have done it with all the dice that I have and the options, and I even could have gotten this extra upgrade if I wanted to. But at that point, all the enemies are dead, so what's the point? I just took the shortest route out. I don't think there's a scoring thing with this like there is with Dungeon Pages. It's just surviving and winning. So, you know, I don't have to get fancy with it and take a cooler path out. So yeah, that's it. That is, what is it called? Dangerous Space or Dangerous Spaces. It's late. It's like 4 a.m. where I am. So yeah, if you like this, I will play a few more of this. I'm not sure yet if I like it better than Dungeon Pages. I do like some aspects of it so far, but other aspects I'm not sure about, and that just could just be because of how I feel about the rules. Like I'm not 100% sure on some of the rules, like the way the checkpoints work. I'm going to ask on the Discord, and yeah, that's it. I will see you later. If you like this, give me a subscribe, comment. I don't know. Let me know you're out there. I'd appreciate it. And as always, see you next time.